Welcome back, everyone, to the Monmouth Moms podcast. We are here. It's spring. It doesn't feel like spring, but it's spring. We were just talking. I was chatting with Ethan over here. He was in Florida last week. Everyone I know is in Florida. Actually, can we just talk quickly about spring break? I've never been a spring break person where like I go away. But everyone I know right now is in Florida. They're going, a family member and a friend are both in Naples. So I really got to get on this bandwagon of going away on spring break. I don't know why it's never been part of my planning, and mostly just I think because we have kids in opposite schools, so their breaks are different and stuff. But
it takes advanced planning.
Yeah, it does.
Things will sell out.
Right. Yeah. So it must be nice to be away right now because it's freezing in New Jersey. It's they call it second winter, right? It's you get a little tease of the warm weather, and then
we were open the pool, call the landscaper, and they're wait, hold on.
Yeah. So today on our podcast, we have the doctors from Radiant by MD in Morganville, Dr. Stephanie Hanhan and Dr. Jessica Kondraciuk. They're the co-founders of Radiant by MD in Morganville. They bring together their expertise in radiology and cosmetic medicine to provide patients with the best possible care. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks
for having us.
Yeah. So we've been working together for a little while now. So I know I've been to to the spa, which is beautiful.
Thank you.
And we've worked together, had an awesome facial. It had to have been over a year ago. It might be even 2 years. When did you open?
We opened almost July of 2022.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So we'll be
almost 2 years.
Soon.
Yeah.
It feels like a little bit. And I had that great, it was a hydrofacial I think I got or something along those lines.
Glow 2 facial.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And that was awesome. And so tranquil and really, really relaxing space. So.
Oh, wonderful.
Thank
you. We tried to make it really comfortable and relaxing and inviting and soothing and a place where people can step away from their stresses.
Yeah. So tell me where each of you are from and how you met and how you partnered up to open the spa.
Sure. So I grew up in Hanhan County, New Jersey, and I went to Rutgers.
Okay.
And Robert Wood Johnson Medical School. So I'm a Jersey person, through and through. And
what part of Hanhan?
So Lebanon, actually.
Oh,
yeah.
I know Lebanon.
Okay.
I used to sell wine in a past life for a decade, and I had a lot of, I always had New Jersey, but Hanhan and Morgan County in particular, I had a lot of good accounts because people don't realize is that when you live out there, when you live in Pennsylvania, you can't get good wine because of the state stores. So a lot of people from Pennsylvania will drive to Lebanon and some of those stores to get better wines and better prices and stuff like that. So some of my better accounts were there, which is why I know it's beautiful.
Yeah, it was beautiful. It was very rural at the time. But I always knew I wanted to move down here to Monmouth County because I wanted to be by the beach. And so eventually we moved down here. I've worked in the area for a long time, and I'm a radiologist by training, and I've been doing that for over 15 years. And Jess, you can...
Yeah, so I grew up in Middlesex County. I also went to Robert Wood Johnson Medical School, but I moved all over for my training after that. Lived, kind of all over the tri-state area and as well as Colorado. And I moved back here over the pandemic to be closer to family. And so I came back to my roots. I love being back, and that's when we
so you didn't meet in med school?
No. I was a few years behind Steph, and we met working at the same facility when I moved back. I took a job where she was already working, and we became like sisters.
Oh,
then.
It was clicked immediately.
Yeah.
So.
And you're both moms?
Both moms.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are your kids around the same ages?
Mine are a little older.
Okay.
I have a 17, 15, and 12-year-old.
Yeah. Oh, wow. You don't look like you would have little babies.
Anti-aging.
Yes, I guess
it's a testament to the spa. And how old are your kids?
6 and 4-year-old.
Oh, okay. So you're probably able to...
It's keeping me look awake, the spa.
That's true.
on the opposite spectrum.
When I first started getting Botox and a few other things, it was I think when the first time you get Botox, it's you're not telling people you're getting Botox. Now it's much more widely accepted, I think.
There's no
not
stigma,
quite as taboo
really.
as it was when it was first introduced.
Yeah, but it's one of the things that when it starts wearing away, you're because it's such a it's so great to wake up and not have to like, you don't look as exhausted.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
You feel
Exactly.
great.
Yeah. So that's one of my favorites for sure.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
very popular.
yeah. And we'll get into that a little bit too, because I'm always, the anti-aging wellness is like, just exploded, and there's so many different treatments. There's so many things that you can do. And I think so many women are curious about filler, about what all the different things are. I've had, what is it called? It's like a filler. Sculptra. I had one, I don't know, like vial or whatever that they give. So what that is exactly, I still kind of, like, it's like a collagen inducer, right?
Yeah, it helps your body be stimulated to develop more collagen, because as we age, we don't develop as much collagen, and that synthesis decreases over time, and so there's multiple ways to help boost that.
And I think that's a lot of what our consultation process is at the spa. We offer like complimentary consultations, so talk about what happens as you age and how we could help stunt the aging process, and to walk through the different things. So most people come in, they know Botox fillers, but they don't know we have like a plethora of different treatments that are not foreign to the body, that we can help your own body re-stimulate its own collagens, elastins, and
and we try also to do some education on our social media as well.
Yeah, you
little
do a great job.
snippets.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I love it.
Thanks.
So you met years after, I guess, practicing radiology, working together, and what made you decide to open the spa? Were you both like into wellness and like sharing?
I think we were both really into wellness. We were both very into it ourselves. We had, both had, me more recently, but we had planted roots in the area, and we wanted to provide a safe place where people felt comfortable coming in, like you said, discussing their questions that they may have been intimidated to discuss before, and being very approachable and having it very easy for them to access us. And we like to run our practice, and that we are very involved in the whole process, in the treatments and the consultation, and that we want people to feel comfortable with what they're getting and know that what they're getting is applicable to them, and not just another picking something off a menu.
It's just it's actually tailoring it to the individual who comes in to see us, and hopefully they can see that we have a lot of education, and we are only providing things that we really truly believe in and have used for ourselves.
And have vetted ourselves and used on ourselves.
Right. Because it's an investment, right? Some of the services, it's not like you're going to the nail salon. So if a woman is coming into they have a certain, I want to look like this, make me look glowy, right? Like, but I don't know how to get there. One, I think the education is key, because there's a lot of different things out there. There's a lot of med spas. And, I think it's also like, I hate the being sold on something.
Right.
When you go like into, oh, you should do this, or you should get that, or whatever. And also too, like just like even facials sometimes, right? Like, like when you explain what my skin type is, and like leaving and getting a facial and just feeling like you just have tons of stuff on your face, it's like it wasn't a good experience. So I think it's really important too to like feel like you really where you're going, like it's a good experience. You want to keep going back, and they get you.
And it's been customized to you.
Right. Right. So let's talk about, we'll dive into Botox a little bit. I know that is it true that you're supposed to switch like back and forth from?
So it's theory. So we believe that if you get something over and over again, your body gets used to it. It recognizes it quicker. It can over time metabolize it faster. So what would be lasting approximately 3 months in an average woman may start to last 2.5 months, 2 months. So we think that if you switch up the brand of toxin, which is like Coke versus Pepsi, then it's a slightly different molecule. The body isn't as familiar with it each time. It may then prevent it from metabolizing it faster, because there has been shown that over time that you can break it down quicker if you do the same one over and over.
Yeah, that doesn't happen for everybody, but we have seen it in our practice.
But that's we were actually just talking about, I had a call this morning with completely separate, off topic, but the Arthritis Foundation, and they were talking about there's like medicine that I guess the kids get, and your body gets used to it, so they have to like basically change, change the course of medicine.
It happens with many medications,
right,
and like your tolerance increases and all that.
Right. So very similar, context. So with Botox, are there ways to like help it to not dissolve like as quickly?
There has been some study that if you have like a normal zinc level, that can help. So if you take zinc supplements, that's also been in scientific literature, but not, fully vetted yet. But that's one thing.
We can't say don't exercise. You should always exercise. It's great for you. But people that are like triathletes and marathon runners, they fly through their Botox because their metabolism, their basal metabolism is very, very high compared to an average person. So.
Yeah, that's my problem for sure. I didn't know that until like a year into it. And I was like, why does it go away so quickly? Yeah. They're like, because you run too much. And I'm like, well, that's not fair, but it is what it is.
So you just have to know that. And, placement is important, and also dose is important. And with, experienced injectors will know what dose should be effective for each person, depending on their strength of their muscles.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd love to know about filler. So it's so interesting to me. I spend a lot of time now, most of what I do, in my day-to-day work is editing and writing and content and a lot of stuff on my computer. So I love it, but it's also like very isolating. I don't work really with anyone outside of meeting with people on my podcast, and then also some clients will have Zoom, or like I'll go to in-person meetings occasionally. So I spend a lot of time watching like shows. Like I just it's on like on the side just to kind of have like something. So I watch like a lot of the housewives shows, and I watch like just like all different things, and you can see like sometimes when someone looks different. Like, I don't even know, I don't want to call her out, but like I love Bethany Frankel. She looks excellent lately, and I think she may have had something done, but like you can't really tell because it
was done well.
It was done well, right? Like she looks great, and I feel like she had like something, maybe not, but but then like you'll also see
but that's
someone.
That's like the best compliment. It's like, what did you do? You look great. And if you can't tell what you've done, that's what we're trying to strive for, right? It's like a very natural result, not overfilled. And
But that's the thing. So like when you see someone that's like glaringly bad filler, it's like the worst. It's the worst thing.
Bad. It was a big trend for a while, filler and more filler, and you almost see people get like addicted to it and kept adding more and more. The good thing is that it can be dissolved. So most types, the hyaluronic acid type fillers can be dissolved.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what is filler exactly? Like, and what's the difference between that and then I'm assuming Sculpture is a brand, but like is it like the collagen inducer a type of filler, or is it different?
Yeah, so like I mentioned, the hyaluronic acid type fillers, I don't know if I go into brands, but like your typical Juvederm is the one that most people will know because they have really good brand recognition. Hyaluronic acid is something that we produce in our own bodies, and so there is an enzyme that can dissolve it, and so that can be added in different areas of the face or in the body. But then there's calcium hydroxyapatite type fillers where they're not. There's no reversal agent for those.
Yeah, we don't offer them at the spa because we don't want to have anything permanent in case someone doesn't want it in the future,
or just like the way it looks,
decides to change their mind.
Yeah. So everything we offer is reversible. But the hyaluronic acid fillers, they have structure to them, and they come in different strength and flexibility and elasticity. So we put them in different areas to match the flexibility and elasticity in those areas to make it look the most natural, and they create a lattice for your own cells to kind of help stimulate and build around.
Right.
So,
so you would do a soft one maybe for the lips. You do a more structured one along the jaw, or
or in the cheek. Yeah.
So the lip is the same. It's the same thing that you put in your lips that you would on your face. No.
Well, they're both hyaluronic acid fillers, but they come in like different strengths, if you will.
So stiffer or more soft or more stretchy, that kind of thing.
One that mimics more like a lip consistency versus ones that we put on bone that we want for structure to like really, create more of a chiseled look.
Got it. Okay. And how long does it last for?
So most fillers, it depends on the area that you put it in. If you move that area a lot, like the lips is probably like 6 months to a year because you're constantly moving your lips, you're constantly talking. But places like the cheek and the chin and the jawline, that's probably a year or longer because you
There's
you
not as
move
much
them
sheer
less.
stress on those areas.
Yeah, and everyone's a little bit different, and it doesn't just like go away in a year. It just like gets softer, and some people want more at that point, but other people are like I haven't had it for 2 or 3 years, and then they come in. So it's really an individual basis.
Got it. Yeah. I read that the collagen-induced fillers that can last up to 2 years. And why is that? Is that just because of?
I think because of the function of your own body is being, kind of it's producing more
Stimulated,
collagen.
yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I also think fillers we initially thought would break down faster than they actually do, and I think we're finding they're lasting longer and longer, which is great because then you don't need it as often or as much as often. So,
Yeah. No, it's nice to be able to go and get it done, and then if you love the way you look, you're set for a while, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So what are some other services that have become popular, especially in the last year? Like, is there anything that's new, that's trending?
Yeah, I think for us, we try and boost your most natural appearance first before trying to add foreign substances. We really, like Botox is great, and I think it's wonderful for anti-aging and prejuvenation and for anyone. But like that aside, I think we have a lot of really nice energy-based treatments that help with anti-aging, such as skin tightening and resurfacing and dealing with the texture and the tone of your skin naturally. That helps by turning over your skin. That I think is a great that works very in a symbiotic relationship with the fillers and the more foreign substances.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
and we can go into like details about them, but they're
So most of them are laser treatments, or?
no. So we have ones laser, anything with like heat, like laser plasma, such as like the medium and lightning, not like blood plasma. And heat is in radio frequency. We have a variety of different options in that.
One of the most popular ones that we're seeing, and my favorite, is IPL, Intense Pulse Light Therapy, which is a wavelength of light that is drawn to brown pigment or red pigment. And so it can close little tiny capillaries on the face, and it can address the brown pigmentation that you get with UV sun damage over time, like brown spots on the face, and it can break that pigment down, and then it sloughs off, and it's a great way to make the skin look very even toned, and it helps a lot with the youthful look.
Yeah, particularly as you age, you make like age spots or have more freckles, and we can really treat that really well. Or people with rosacea or the capillaries around the nose that sometimes you see people have.
Yeah.
It really treats that very nicely.
Yeah. I've had a few treatments that we did was it the PRP, right?
Yeah.
We did?
Yeah.
And
with
then
the microneedling?
Yeah. And then also I've had like a laser treatment in the past, and your skin looks great for a long time, and then once you have a summer, like of
exactly.
sun. Then
Even if you wear your sunscreen, which you should, you still get some UV radiation to the face, and then the spots come back a little bit.
We recommend those high energy based treatments about once a year, typically in the fall or winter. For that reason, because once you go through a summer, even if you work very hard not to get sun exposure, it ends up coming back.
Even like just being, if you exercise outside, you're going to be you're going to have sun exposure. So we're going into the summer. Speaking of, what are some things to keep in mind? Some of these treatments, I think, little downtime, right? Like maybe no more than 2 weeks, but you do have to be cognizant of the not being out of the sun. So are there certain things that you'd recommend getting now, so that way you're kind of ready for summer with your skin?
Yeah, any of those energy-based treatments should be done where you can have no direct sun exposure 2 weeks before and 2 weeks after. So any of those can be done now before.
Yeah, and leading up to summer, a lot of people are starting their laser hair removal now.
Oh, that's true.
Because it's like you can get many sessions in before the summer and feel like more hair-free in the areas that you don't want
razor
it.
bumps.
So now's a good time to start that going into the summer.
Right.
We can't do it on recently tanned skin, so sometimes we take a break over summer depending on the area and the patient.
Interesting. Okay.
But so some of the laser and light therapy treatments kind of come down in the summer, but we have a variety of like the facials and the microneedling and a whole bunch of other really
Yeah, and
nice,
skincare, because
pampering.
that's still really important to support all of your results. Like if you're going to put money into your face and appearance, supporting it with skincare makes a lot of sense because you want to like have more longevity of your results.
Yeah, it helps maintain it.
Yeah.
And you should always, like, can't ever say definitely go out and suntan your face. You should always wear sunblock every day, or try and shade your face if you can. And,
Yeah. So two
that
things
definitely helps.
we'll touch on.
Drink
One,
lots of water.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah.
Is, well, we could talk about this for hours, but the teens and the tweens, and we did the editorial piece on the
Yeah.
Monmouth Moms about, about kids being Sephora crazy and what skincare is appropriate. But first, I'm so curious about skincare and why it's important and why most doctors recommend medical grade skincare and what that even means, right? Because
Sure.
medical grade, you can even like SkinCeuticals, for instance. I know like sometimes you can buy at Blue Mercury, but like why is that? Is it is it because you can only buy some of these skincare treatments at like a medical facility, and do you have to have like a license in order to be able to sell them? Like how does that work?
Sure.
Right. So the medical based skincare technically is like, I guess, needs a licensed practitioner to, I guess, prescribe it or
Okay.
to buy, to be able to purchase the products. And the products have probably a little bit higher dose of, for example,
active ingredients,
the active
yeah.
ingredients that you could otherwise buy at like a Blue Mercury or an Ulta or Sephora. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for those reasons, they leave it up to our judgment to help determine what the patients need, and those ingredients are a little bit stronger.
Yeah, and you might see some of that stuff sold, like say on Amazon, and you don't really know necessarily what you're getting. It could be expired product that
Could be a knockoff altogether.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's what you have to be careful of.
There's like a Netflix special on that, which is really scary. So
Yeah, because anyone can become a seller, like a reseller, right?
Yeah.
On Amazon, I guess. Or,
Yeah, and for us, we we work directly with the companies, the skincare companies. We sign that we are not going to sell on Amazon or here or there, and so our product is always fresh and it's always
yeah, and they come in and they give trainings and they educate us and all our estheticians, and we chose the companies that we chose. We have Zeo Healthcare and Elastin, and we chose them because we really liked their clinical studies that came with it, which we don't
Oh.
always find at the the other skincare companies
Yeah.
at the generic stores.
Okay.
Yeah.
A friend of mine who is an esthetician, I ran into her the other day at my daughter's play, and she was talking about, I said, I've never really been able to get over the hump with retinol. Like, I
Me
just
either,
can't
yeah.
do it. Like, I break out. Like, it's like a
Okay.
whole
You're like
thing.
me, yeah. I
Yeah.
can't do it. I mean, Steph,
I love
Valerie,
it.
she loves
Yeah,
it,
but
and
she
it's really
said-
good if you can do it. But I can't. And there's a variety of other
Yeah.
things that you could use that I use that I
That you
would recommend.
Yeah, and she kind of said too. She's been given facials for a very long time, and she said like it's not for everyone, right?
Yeah.
With retinol,
Even the
because-
lowest dose gives me
yes,
like an issue.
it was just not, and I kept doing it, and I'm like, I just don't want to look like this because it's
Yeah.
so hard. Like, how long does it last?
Yeah.
It's like a month of like just dryness and redness, and then I was literally
Itchy,
breaking out,
yeah.
and it was like very bad. So, but I want to have
But
that
some people
skin.
tolerate it really well.
Yeah.
So,
Some people can put it on like every day.
and at
Do
high
you?
doses.
Not every day, no.
Oh, okay.
Like maybe 2-3 days a week.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if you are in that boat where like you can't, you just can't get through the
Sure.
the retinol, is there like an alternative?
Yeah. So I think like a vitamin C is very good in combination with the skin brighteners. They kind of work together. So like in the skin brighteners, there's something called azelaic acid or tranexamic acid, and they really make your skin glow and look refreshed in a similar way that a retinol would, which I can tolerate.
Me
Which
too.
You could
I
probably
love the
tolerate.
C's.
So.
Yeah. I need a good
Yeah.
C right now. Actually,
Yeah.
I'm like in a weird like skin. I like hoarded all this different
Okay.
things, and I'm like, oh, try this, and I don't love like where I'm at right now,
Yeah.
so I need some new recommendations.
Yeah, sure. It's good to try your products for like a good 4 to 6 weeks and, really vet them because it does take time for your skin to adjust to it. But there is
Yeah.
something to be said if like you feel like you've been using something for a while and have like diminished results, then maybe it's time to switch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So while we're on that topic, the teen frenzy of skincare, so you have teens that come in for
We do,
for
yeah.
facials, for recommendations for skincare, probably to treat acne of some kind,
That's
right?
usually their
Yeah.
concern at that age.
But I think it's also like they don't realize that they're putting all this stuff on their skin, and that's what's causing the breakouts.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Like, for example, if you do too much exfoliation, you think that, oh, I'm going to just keep using this
You're stripping your
acid,
skin.
You're drying it, and then your body is like, oh, no, I need to produce more oil. And then it's this, cycle that you get into. So we have to, try to educate people that come in about, like slow down on the exfoliation and, use more gentle products. You would think you want to dry yourself out, but really you want to be hydrated. You want to have, moisture in your skin to, to get better results.
Right.
So.
When I was a kid, I had very bad acne, and I was put on Accutane, and then the only thing that worked, so that like worked for a long time, and it like cured. I had no acne.
Yeah.
And then in my 20s, it like started coming back. I think after I had my son, and like Proactive was like the only thing out there at the time, and that actually did work. But I think it was because I had like a moisturizing like component to it.
Right.
You know, it was like that 3-step system. And now like my skin is just very like it's much more dried out. Like it's very like combination, I'd say. But I still get breakouts, and like some years it'll be fine, and then like more recently I can't like pinpoint what the heck it is.
Yeah.
And it's
A lot
I don't
of
know,
times
it's just like
hormonal
hormonal. Yeah,
changes
exactly.
just pop
yeah.
up.
Hormone
Yeah.
stress, dehydration.
But it's like always so. I'm like, when am I going to get to the age where like I like my skin is like
It's happy.
I remember people would tell me like, oh, it's good that you have oily skin because you'll have great skin when you're older, right? And I'm like, okay, well, when? Because I'm going to be 40, and like. Like I'm just waiting for like the day where I don't have to worry about like breaking out. It's so weird. Like how you're just I don't know, I've just like always been dealt this. I don't know, when I'm like 60, I guess I won't have breakouts. I don't know.
It looks great
But,
right now.
Yeah, thank you. But like but it takes a lot of work, right?
It does.
So, like,
It really does.
all-
For some people, it's a constant
battle
Yeah.
of like just putting the right stuff on your face, and then
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, but that's
all-
part
all
of like the
things.
education, right? So
Right.
like you might be putting on something that's maybe not great for your skin.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, and
definitely talk to someone about it if you have ongoing struggles.
Yeah. What about facials? Tell me about what different kinds of facials that you offer, especially with Mother's Day coming up. What are some of the fun facials that moms can come in and enjoy?
So we have the Glow 2 facial, which is my favorite because there's an exfoliating step and there's an ultrasound step, which really like drives the products in, and then a massage.
And the oxygenation step.
Right.
Yeah, so it drives like oxygen and really good product really deep into your skin.
Yeah, and the oxygen kind of like stimulates your blood flow to the skin surface, which is always, important to kind of like that help you glow.
I think when I
it's
had
medical grade. I'm sorry to cut you
Oh,
off.
that's
No.
okay.
The Glow 2 facial is a medical grade facial, so it does have like results that are lasting more than a simple facial you'd get at like a hotel spa.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
so-
there's different serums that can be chosen, like the hydrating one, a glowing one,
Brightening one,
brightening.
yeah.
What I think when I had the facial at the spa, they put like a red light on as well, which I loved. That was hands down the best facial. Like I remember
wow,
like
that's great.
and sometimes when I'm like I remember actually saying to my girlfriend the following week, I'm like, I don't know why my skin looks so good. And like it dawned on me, like I forgot, and I was like, oh, I think it's from that facial.
No, there's
Awesome.
like real good. It's nice results and
Yeah.
lasting.
Yeah.
But I think that was like a nice touch for whatever reason, that like red light,
red
it
light,
like
it's
because it
calming.
was very like like calming, like less red and like very hydrated, but not like sometimes when you get, like I said earlier, like when you get facials and you'll go like they'll give you whatever whatever they have, and then
Yeah.
it's just like so much stuff on your face, and it like
Right.
doesn't even like go in, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And
Yeah.
they're like, don't wash it, and I'm like, but I feel like I have like all this crap on my face.
Yeah.
But she really like went to the extra step to like actually, understand like what skincare issues I had and
That's
stuff.
what we've made sure like our estheticians are really well versed in that, like evaluating our clients' skin and really just focusing on what they need.
Right.
They also have hot stone
Massage,
and
yeah.
massage and
Facial massage.
We do gel masks.
Yeah, jelly mask. Yeah.
That's
Oh,
the
and
best.
the ice
And the under eye-
globes. The ice globes
and
are
the
cool.
under eye mask.
Oh, I like
too.
that.
Yeah.
There's a new skincare. I saw something, and it was like, this is so smart because the roller that you do. So they're coming out with like eye creams, but the end of it, like the eye cream comes out and it's like a roller.
Yeah.
So you like on your face.
So it's like one step.
Yeah.
You're doing both things. Yeah.
I like that. I was like, that's
good.
good. I don't think you can keep it in the fridge though, because like you're supposed to keep those in the fridge, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. There's so many things.
Yeah,
There are
we're
so many
constantly
things.
evolving. We're constant. There's constant wraps popping in. It's every day there's like a new,
we're learning about
thing.
new things every day.
Yeah.
I know. I can imagine. That's why I was asking because
it's
like
evolving
what's
very quickly,
what's
this
new?
field.
Yeah. All of the stuff that to keep up with. But I think that like eventually it'll be more about like. I think everyone is always going to want new things and like
Sure.
to try
Yes.
new
Yeah.
things and what's the next thing or whatever.
True.
But at the same time, like anything that's like going to simplify my like morning routine, like put this on, put that on. There's a makeup brand that my girlfriend and I were talking about. She comes on the podcast a lot and. It's called Merit, and like it's very easy because we're not makeup people.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
like I don't
I'm
like
not either.
Yeah, see that.
like I don't like a lot like I don't like a lot of makeup on,
Yeah.
and I just don't want to have to deal with putting. I don't know how to do makeup. I went to a gala recently, and I was like, crap. I probably should have hired a makeup artist because I like to, everyone that is going to this thing is going to be really dressed, and I got my dress like over here at Bell Works like the day before. I'm like I don't even know what to wear to this thing,
Oh my God.
and they're like, don't worry, we have you. Gathering Shops, shout out, they're amazing.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I shop there.
I love Posh Boutique. She's great.
Yeah.
So they had like a whole thing, and she's like, and I tried the first dress. Actually, it ended up working out, but anyway. So I'm like doing I went to Ulta, got like all this stuff, and I was like, I guess it ended up like working out. But anyway, Merit is like you can put it on, and it makes you look like glowy and stuff, but it's not a lot of steps. It's like one. Like you put the blush on, that's like a highlighter, and there's like a brush, and it's just
Are
done.
there instructions like one, do this?
Like they have the video. Like if you look at I think I saw like on
check
Instagram,
that
like
out.
someone do it, and I was like, oh, and then the packaging is really pretty. So I just like it. It's good. It's easy.
As you like improve your skin to like a place that you want it to be, I think people take a step away from makeup.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
it makes you look younger without putting on like a heavy foundation. We do have a really nice product that flies off our shelf called the Hydra Tint, which has it's an SPF and has a little tint to it.
Ooh.
So it's very sheer. It matches basically everyone's skin tone. It's that sheer, but it gives you a little bit of coverage, and it's like
that
your
one
SPF
step.
and your little coverage is one step. So people love it, and then they end up like not stopping their foundation if they wore foundation.
Oh, I like that. I'll have to get
Yeah.
that for the summer. My
Yeah.
my SPF, I just noticed I bought like for last summer, and it expires like in a year. So I was like, I don't think I can. And so when it expires, is it just like not as potent, or it's like you really shouldn't put that on your face?
I don't think it's dangerous, but it's just not potent
Right,
anymore.
right.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
got it.
I'm
not
sure there's
useful.
a little buffer in there just
Yeah.
for like liability, but
Right.
I would just think about getting a new one at that point.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. So we have Mother's Day coming up. What are some services that you can encourage moms to come and check you out at Radiant by MD? Facials.
Yeah, absolutely. Facials, we have a lot of options. We talked about Glow too, but we also have a plethora of others that are more manual facials.
And I didn't know you offered massage.
Well, as an add-on
Oh,
to
I
the
see.
facial.
Okay, got it,
Yeah,
got it.
yeah,
Okay.
not independently. So.
Okay. That's the best part of the facial.
Yeah, but yeah. Really, yeah.
I love it there. And where can everyone find you?
Okay, so you can find us at our website, radiantbymd.com. Our office is in Morganville, part of Marlboro, in Kilmer Plaza. And you can always call us. Like, we're very available. We're available on social media, on Facebook, on Instagram, and we're always accessible. Steph and I are very easy to reach.
Yeah, we're easy to find.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's great in there. I actually had to, for Mother's Day, that's what I'm going to do. I have these two events coming up, and I said May 4th is the last one, and then May 5th I'm going to be like doing tequila shots, and I don't even drink tequila. I'm going to go get a facial. I'm going to do all the things. I feel like glued
Yeah,
to.
we do. We actually have a couple of people interested, but we've had in the past, and a few people are interested in it now, like facial parties where they have a small group of women come, and we have like a nice little Nespresso coffee bar, and they can bring their own catering in and have like a little girls' day at the
so
spa,
nice.
which is
Yeah,
real.
we can
It's
usually
really
do
nice
two
space.
people's facials at a time, and then if anyone else, they can hang out and have a snack and talk and just relax in our space.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
I did see that you did that. So that's kind of how that works. And then also like, will they get Botox like afterwards
We
sometimes
They
too?
can. We could
yeah.
totally
Like
do
once
that.
you do your,
Yeah.
yeah, I love that. That's a good way to do it. Like go get the facial and then
Well, it's
leave
fun
and
when
get,
the
yeah.
girls come together. They have a blast. you know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
friends come with friends. It's really fun.
No, that is fun.
Yeah.
We'll have to arrange that. I love that. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming on today and chatting about all things skincare and wellness.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, you'll have to come back and we'll give some updates with some
Sure.
new
Absolutely. Happy to.
new services that are trending for sure.
Absolutely.
Coming up, we have our Monmouth Mom Summit on Thursday, April 11th. Join us here at Bellworks. You can buy tickets on the monmouthmoms.com. I can't believe it's 2.5 weeks away, 3 weeks away-ish. So came quickly. We've been planning this for a long time, but it's a big passion project of mine, and we are very excited to have the event here. And then soon after that, we also have our Springtime Festival, also here at Bellworks. So join us on Saturday, May 4th, for a day of community fun. We'll have our kids zone, indoor kids zone, outdoor touch-a-truck. We'll have about close to 100 vendors this time. We've also added some new entertainment, and we're going to have some fun things going on over at the basketball court. So, so some new fun for moms and also for kids, and the week before Mother's Day, so we'll have some special treats for you then too. We also have our birthday party guide coming out, so look for that soon. So if you're looking for venues, entertainers, caterers, we'll have a lot of different options in there. And as always, check on themonmouthmoms.com for the latest resources, local events, and activities happening in the area. Thanks, everyone. See you soon.